On the 4th of July 2024, the British public made a decision. After 14 years of Conservative chaos, broken promises and economic carnage, they said enough is enough. They voted for change. They voted for Labour. They voted for Keir Starmer. And in return, Keir Starmer handed them a coffin. Inside it, the promises he made to get elected. Welcome back to A Clown in Downing Street, Episode 3, Starmer's Election Promises, A Funeral for Facts. In the ground first, taxes. Starmer stood at the election on one of the clearest pledges in modern political history, written in the Manifesto. No increases to income tax, no increases to national insurance, no increases to VAT for working people. But within 4 months of taking office, Rachel Reeves stood up and delivered the largest single tax rise since 1993, over £62 billion. The tax burden in this country is now at a 50-year high, 38% of GDP, which is higher than at any point under Thatcher, higher than under Blair, higher than under anyone, ever. And Rachel Reeves, the woman who imposed it, stood at that dispatch box and said she had kept every single manifesto promise on tax. Every single one. The effects on businesses and jobs has been devastating. Next into the ground, his promise on energy bills. Keir Starmer looked the British public in the eye and promised that Ed Miliband's clean energy plans would save families £300 a year on their energy bills. He said it repeatedly. His MPs said it on doorsteps across the country. It was a flagship commitment. Since he took office, the energy price cap has risen 3 times. 3 consecutive increases. The cap rose from £1,568 to £1,849 per year. That is £281 more, not less. And when pressed on the £300 saving, a government energy minister admitted it might take, and I am quoting directly, a lot longer than we would like. The people who can't heat their homes next winter will be delighted to hear that. Into the ground next is the promise on workers' rights. They promised the biggest upgrade to employment rights in a generation. Day 1 rights. Proper protection from 0 hours exploitation. A government that stood with workers. The Employment Rights Bill arrived. The business lobby got to work. But the version that eventually passed bore so little resemblance to what was promised that the trade unions who campaigned for Labour in 2024 were publicly expressing their disappointment before the ink was dry. Next into the ground is his promise to clean up politics. Now, to be fair, Labour did remove the remaining hereditary peers from the House of Lords. They did do that. The thing Blair promised in 1997, 27 years later, done. But here's what they didn't do. The mandatory retirement age, promised in the manifesto, not delivered. The reformed appointments process, promised, not delivered. The elected second chamber, promised, not delivered. And while they were busy removing the old, unelected legislators, they were simultaneously creating dozens and dozens of brand new ones. 34 new peers, added to a chamber that is already the second largest legislative chamber on the planet, after China's National People's Congress. Britain's House of Lords, rivaled only by a communist dictatorship. You couldn't make it up. And the last promise into the ground, you. Because every single one of these broken promises has a cost, and that cost lands on the same people every time. The pensioner who lost the winter fuel payment. The worker on a 0 hours contract, still waiting for protection. The family watching their energy bill go up, while a minister tells them to be patient. The person paying more tax who was told, in writing, that they wouldn't be. Labour won the largest parliamentary majority in a generation, on the smallest vote share of any majority government in history. They were gifted a majority by a public desperate for something better. And they used it to break every promise they made to get it. This is episode 3 of a short series on the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. A new episode every day. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and comment below, because you deserve to know. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.